You can be free. So this Sunday in the Gospel, we get to hear about when Jesus begins his ministry in Galilee. And he's in the synagogue, and they hand him the scrolls, and he stands up and he reads this passage from Isaiah. He says, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to bring glad tidings to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim liberty to the captives and recovery of sight to the blind, to let the oppressed go free, and to proclaim a year acceptable to the Lord." And what I think is super cool about this reading is that after he gets done, reading this age-old prophecy, he sits down and it says all eyes are kind of on him. And he says, this promise is being fulfilled right now in your hearing. So he's telling them, I'm here. This freedom that you've hoped for, that you've longed for, that you've waited for, that you've heard about, here it is. I'm here. And I can only imagine what the people in the room felt. Just maybe the sense of amazement, or the sense of, okay, maybe things are really going to change now. And when I think about the way that they must have felt, I think too that we need to be amazed when we hear this proclamation of this promise of freedom, because Jesus is saying this to you and to me. And that concept of spiritual freedom, maybe it's something that you've heard a million times or thought about a ton. Maybe it's something that's really far from the reality of your life. I know that for me, a lot of times I'll find a way to kind of hold myself up in that prison, that prison of want. When I'm looking around at the world, at all the things that I want, that I don't have, that I wish I had more money, I wish I had more comfort, more ease, more notoriety, whatever it is. And really, that kind of lifestyle just leads me to this place of despair. Or the ways that we choose to enslave ourselves in our sin, our same sin that we just keep going back to. We think that we're seeking something that's going to be great for us, and really, we're just enslaved by all the dysfunction that comes with that sin. And all the while, Jesus is there saying, I have something different for you, something better for you. I am the promise of freedom that you really long for, that is at the heart of all your deepest desires. And what's cool to think about when he stood up and read that in the synagogue that day is that he didn't mince any words. And there was no way that they could have said, well, what do you mean by that? I mean, I guess they could have, but he was so plain as day about it. And I love that, because Jesus doesn't hide from us. He doesn't hide himself from us. He makes himself known. He makes himself present. He makes himself available. So if that freedom is something that sounds cool to you or enticing to you, and you're saying, how can I find it? How can I live in that freedom? It's really simple. It's just a matter of stepping beyond your sin and towards the person of Jesus, who is present to us in the sacraments, in the Eucharist, waiting for us in the sacrament of reconciliation. So what are some things that you can do to step beyond yourself and closer towards the person of Jesus? You can share and join in the conversation of what is that one thing that you can do to step towards Jesus, who is offering you real freedom, who is here now with us. God bless you.